In 1844, a child's simple sketch of a bridge sparked a vision that would take a century to become reality. I'm diving into the incredible story of how this drawing, born from a young mind, defied time to shape a marvel of engineering. Subscribe now to join me on this journey through history's hidden gems. I'm standing in a quiet village in 1844, where a child named Samuel sits at a wooden table, charcoal in hand. His small fingers move quickly, sketching lines that form a bridge. It's not just any bridge, it's bold, ambitious, unlike anything in his rural world. The arches curve gracefully, connecting two distant riverbanks. I can almost feel his excitement as he imagines people crossing it. His parents smile, thinking it's just a child's fancy. But I know this sketch is special. It's a spark of genius, a vision that will outlive Samuel himself. I picture him gazing at the nearby river, dreaming of something bigger. The paper, worn and fragile, holds an idea too advanced for its time. I wonder how many saw it and laughed. Yet, Samuel's bridge is no mere doodle. It's a blueprint for the future. I'm captivated by the thought of this moment, frozen in time. This child's dream will echo for a century. I move forward to 1848, and Samuel's sketch is tucked away in a family attic. The paper yellows, but the idea remains vivid. I imagine the village bustling with horse-drawn carts, oblivious to the treasure hidden above. Samuel, now a teenager, still talks about his bridge. I see him pointing at the river, explaining his vision to skeptical friends. They don't understand the engineering behind it. I feel his frustration, but also his determination. The world isn't ready for such a design. Iron and stone bridges are still new. I think about the limitations of the era. No advanced machinery, no computers. Yet, Samuel's arches are precise, almost prophetic. I picture him studying books on architecture, teaching himself. His sketch, though forgotten by others, burns brightly in his mind. I'm struck by how ideas can persist, even when ignored. This bridge is waiting for its moment. I'm in 1860 now, and Samuel is a young man, his sketch still a secret. The Industrial Revolution is reshaping the world. Steam engines, railways, factories. I see engineers building grand structures, but none match Samuel's vision. His design, with its sweeping arches, feels futuristic even now. I imagine him showing the sketch to a local engineer, who dismisses it as impractical. The rejection stings, but I sense Samuel's resilience. He's not building for today, but for tomorrow. I walk along the river where his bridge was meant to stand. It's still unbridged, a gap between two worlds. I think of the countless lives that could cross it. The sketch, now fraying, sits in a tin box. I feel its weight, not just as paper, but as unfulfilled potential. History is patient, I remind myself. Samuel's dream is still alive. It's 1875, and Samuel is older, his hair graying. The sketch has been passed to his son, who treasures it. I picture the son, John, unrolling the paper, marveling at its details. He's an engineer, trained in the new sciences of the age. I see him tracing the arches, realizing their brilliance. The world is catching up, steel is replacing iron, and bridges are growing bolder. I imagine John dreaming of building his father's bridge, but the cost is too high, the technology not quite there. I feel his longing to honor Samuel's vision. The river still flows, unbridged, a silent challenge. I think about how ideas can skip generations. John keeps the sketch safe, believing in its future. I'm moved by this quiet faith. The bridge is closer, but not yet real. I'm in 1890, and the sketch is now a family heirloom. John shows it to his own children, telling Samuel's story. I see their wide eyes, captivated by the tale of their grandfather's dream. The world outside is changing fast. Skyscrapers rise. Railways span continents. I think of the great bridges being built, like the Brooklyn Bridge. Samuel's design, though, is unique, with its elegant arches. I imagine John consulting engineers, hoping to spark interest. They admire the sketch, but say it's too ambitious. I feel the weight of time pressing down. The river remains a barrier, mocking the unbuilt bridge. I picture the sketch, now brittle, stored in a glass case. It's a relic, but also a promise. I'm struck by the persistence of a single idea. The century is turning, and the bridge waits. It's 1905, and the sketch is almost forgotten, except by John's daughter, Eliza. I see her, a young woman, studying engineering in a male-dominated field. She finds the sketch in her father's study and feels a connection. I imagine her poring over it, seeing its potential. The world now has stronger materials, better tools. I think of the Eiffel Tower, a testament to what's possible. Eliza believes the bridge can be built. She sketches her own plans, inspired by Samuel's vision. I feel her determination, her defiance of doubt. The river still stands unbridged, but Eliza's passion reignites the dream. I picture her presenting the sketch to a professor, who nods thoughtfully. The idea is gaining traction. I'm hopeful, sensing the bridge's time is near. I'm in 1920, and Eliza is fighting for Samuel's bridge. She's an engineer now, respected but still an outsider. I see her at a city council meeting, unrolling the sketch. The room is skeptical, but her calculations are sound. I think of the technological leaps, cars, electricity, radio. The world is ready for bold projects. Eliza's passion makes the bridge feel possible. I imagine the river, its banks now lined with factories. A bridge here would change lives. I feel the tension as Eliza argues for funding. The sketch, now a century old, is a beacon of possibility. I picture it framed, a symbol of endurance. Eliza's voice carries Samuel's dream forward. I'm inspired by her fight. The bridge is closer than ever. It's 1935, and the Great Depression casts a shadow. Eliza's efforts stall as funds dry up. I see her at home, the sketch on her desk, its edges curling. She hasn't given up, but the world feels heavy. I think of the bridges being built elsewhere, like the Golden Gate. Samuel's design could rival them, I realize. I imagine Eliza writing letters, seeking investors. The river remains unbridged, a quiet taunt. I feel her frustration, but also her hope. The sketch is a lifeline, a connection to her grandfather. I picture her teaching her own children about it. The dream lives on, passed down again. I'm struck by its resilience. The bridge will rise, I tell myself. I'm in 1944, exactly a century since Samuel's sketch. World War II rages, and the bridge seems distant. I see Eliza, now elderly, still holding onto the dream. She passes the sketch to her son, Thomas, an engineer like her. I imagine him studying it, seeing its potential in a world rebuilding itself. The war ends, and infrastructure booms. I think of the new bridges spanning rivers worldwide. Thomas believes now is the time. I picture him at the river, envisioning Samuel's arches. The sketch, though fragile, is a guiding star. I feel the weight of a century's weight. Thomas begins rallying support. I'm hopeful, sensing a shift. The bridge's moment is coming. It's 1950, and Thomas is pushing hard. The post-war world is hungry for progress. I see him presenting the sketch to a group of engineers. They're impressed by its forward-thinking design. I think of the advances, computers, stronger steel. Samuel's arches are no longer impossible. I imagine Thomas, standing by the river, seeing the bridge in his mind. He secures funding, a small miracle. I feel the excitement building. The sketch is copied, digitized, shared. I picture the first plans being drawn, inspired by Samuel's vision. The river, once a barrier, feels conquerable. I'm thrilled by the momentum. The bridge is finally taking shape. I'm in 1955, and construction is underway. The riverbank is alive with workers, cranes, and steel. I see Thomas overseeing the project, Samuel's sketch in hand. The arches, once just lines on paper, are rising in stone and steel. I think of the century that passed, each generation carrying the dream. The design is modernized but stays true to Samuel's vision. I imagine the villagers watching amazed. The bridge is no longer a fantasy. I feel the weight of history lifting. Thomas speaks of his great-grandfather with pride. I picture the sketch, now in a museum, a testament to patience. The river's flow seems to celebrate. I'm awed by this moment. The bridge is real. It's 1958, and the bridge is nearly complete. I stand on its deck, feeling the solid stone beneath my feet. The arches curve gracefully, just as Samuel drew them. I see families gathering, ready to cross for the first time. The town is buzzing with excitement. I think of the journey from 1844 to now. Each generation, Samuel, John, Eliza, Thomas, played a part. I imagine their spirits watching proud. The sketch, once dismissed, is now a legend. I feel the bridge's strength, its story. The river, once a divide, is united. I picture the first steps across it. History feels alive here. I'm moved by its power. I'm at the opening ceremony in 1959, and the bridge is breathtaking. Crowds cheer as the ribbon is cut. I see Thomas, tears in his eyes, holding a framed copy of Samuel's sketch. The arches gleam under the sun, a perfect blend of past and present. I think of the countless lives this bridge will connect. It's more than stone and steel, it's a legacy. I imagine Samuel, a boy in 1844, smiling. His dream, once impossible, is reality. I feel the weight of a century's patience. The river flows calmly below, no longer a barrier. I picture the sketch, now famous. This moment is electric. I'm honored to witness it. I walk across the bridge, feeling its history in every step. The arches, so bold in Samuel's sketch, are even grander in reality. I see people crossing, their lives made easier. I think of the generations who kept the dream alive. John's care, Eliza's fight, Thomas's triumph, they all led here. I imagine the sketch, now a museum treasure. The river sparkles, reflecting the bridge's beauty. I feel a connection to Samuel, a boy with a vision. His ideas survived time, doubt, and war. I picture the village, now thriving. The bridge is a symbol of hope. I'm inspired by its story. Dreams can endure. It's 1965, and the bridge is a local icon. I see tourists visiting, snapping photos of the arches. The sketch is on display in a nearby museum, drawing crowds. I think of how Samuel's simple lines became this marvel. I imagine schoolchildren learning his story, inspired. The bridge carries more than people, it carries a legacy. I feel its impact on the community. The river, once a challenge, is now a backdrop. I picture Eliza's pride, knowing her fight mattered. The sketch's journey feels like a miracle. I'm struck by the power of persistence. This bridge is a testament. I'm in awe of its reach. I'm in 1975, and the bridge stands strong, a century after Samuel's death. I see it weathered but proud, its arches timeless. The sketch is now a national treasure, studied by engineers. I think of how ideas can outlive their creators. Samuel's vision shaped a town, a region. I imagine his descendants visiting, feeling connected. The river flows steadily, no longer a divide. I feel the bridge's permanence, its story etched in stone. I picture the sketch, fragile yet powerful. The world has changed, but the bridge endures. I'm moved by its quiet strength. This is history made real. It's 1985, and the bridge is a symbol of innovation. I see engineers studying Samuel's design, marveling at its foresight. The sketch is now digitized, shared globally. I think of how a child's idea sparked a movement. The bridge connects more than banks, it connects generations. I imagine students debating its engineering. The river, once a barrier, is now a landmark. I feel the weight of Samuel's legacy. His sketch, once dismissed, is celebrated. I picture the museum, bustling with visitors. The bridge's story inspires dreamers. I'm struck by its universal appeal. Ideas can change the world. I'm in 1995, and the bridge is a cultural touchstone. I see artists painting its arches, poets writing its story. The sketch is featured in textbooks, a lesson in vision. I think of Samuel, unaware of his impact. His bridge has become a symbol of possibility. I imagine families crossing it, unaware of its origins. The river flows gently, a partner to the bridge. I feel the weight of a century's journey. The sketch, once hidden, is now immortal. I picture the village, proud of its landmark. The bridge unites past and present. I'm inspired by its enduring power. It's 2005, and the bridge is a global attraction. I see tourists from afar, drawn by its story. The sketch is now online, accessible to millions. I think of how technology has spread Samuel's vision. The bridge stands as a testament to human ingenuity. I imagine Samuel's joy, seeing his dream realized. The river reflects the arches, a perfect harmony. I feel the bridge's legacy in every stone. The sketch, once a child's doodle, is history. I picture the museum, thriving. The bridge's story resonates worldwide. I'm moved by its timelessness. Dreams can shape eternity. I'm in 2025, and the bridge is a monument to resilience. I see it standing tall, its arches untouched by time. The sketch is a global icon, studied by dreamers and builders. I think of Samuel, a boy with charcoal and a vision. His idea survived a century to become this marvel. I imagine the countless lives it has touched. The river flows, a witness to history. I feel the bridge's strength, its story alive in me. The sketch, now legendary, inspires new generations. I picture the world, connected by ideas. This bridge is proof of what's possible. I'm in awe of its journey. I stand on the bridge today, reflecting on its century-long journey. The arches, born in Samuel's mind, feel eternal. I see people crossing, their lives intertwined with the structure. The sketch, now a relic, tells a story of patience. I think of the generations who carried it forward. John's care, Eliza's fight, Thomas's triumph, they all matter. The river flows quietly, a partner to the bridge. I feel the weight of history in every step. The sketch's legacy is undeniable. I picture Samuel, smiling from the past. This bridge is his gift to us. I'm moved by its enduring power. I'm in the museum, staring at Samuel's sketch. The paper is fragile, but its impact is immense. I see visitors, young and old, inspired by its story. The bridge outside stands as proof of a child's vision. I think of how ideas can transcend time. Samuel's arches, once a dream, are now reality. I imagine him sketching by candlelight, unaware of his legacy. The river reflects the bridge's beauty. I feel the connection between past and present. The sketch is a spark that lit a century. I picture the world, inspired by this story. I'm struck by its universal truth. I walk the riverbank, seeing the bridge in a new light. Its arches are a testament to human spirit. I think of Samuel, a boy with a bold idea. His sketch survived doubt, time, and war. I imagine the countless hands that carried it forward. The bridge connects more than land, it connects dreams. The river flows, a quiet witness to history. I feel the weight of a century's hope. The sketch, now famous, inspires new thinkers. I picture children sketching their own dreams. This bridge is a beacon. I'm inspired by its story. I'm at a school where students study Samuel's bridge. The sketch is projected on a screen, its lines bold. I see young minds light up, inspired by a child like them. The bridge, miles away, feels alive in their imagination. I think of how ideas can spark futures. Samuel's vision, once dismissed, is now a lesson. The river, bridged at last, symbolizes possibility. I feel the power of education, carrying the story forward. The sketch is a call to dream big. I picture the students, sketching their own ideas. This bridge is their inspiration. I'm moved by its reach. I'm back on the bridge, watching the sunset. The arches glow, a reminder of Samuel's genius. I see people crossing, unaware of the century-long journey. The sketch, safe in the museum, tells their story. I think of the generations who believed in it. John, Eliza, Thomas, they all fought for this. The river reflects the fading light, serene. I feel the bridge's legacy in my heart. The sketch is a symbol of endurance. I picture Samuel, his charcoal moving swiftly. This bridge is his triumph. I'm in awe of its beauty. I'm in a library, reading about the bridge's history. The sketch is featured in a book, its story detailed. I see researchers, captivated by Samuel's vision. The bridge, now iconic, stands as a marvel. I think of how a child's idea reshaped the world. The river, once a barrier, is now a landmark. I feel the weight of history in these pages. The sketch, once hidden, is celebrated. I picture the village, thriving because of the bridge. This story is a lesson in persistence. I'm inspired by its depth. Dreams can change history. I stand by the river, imagining Samuel in 1844. His sketch, so simple, sparked a century of hope. I see the bridge, its arches strong and timeless. The world has changed, but the dream endures. I think of the countless lives it has touched. The river flows, a quiet partner to the bridge. I feel the connection between then and now. The sketch, now legendary, inspires millions. I picture Samuel's joy, seeing his vision realized. This bridge is a monument to possibility. I'm moved by its story. Ideas can outlive us all. I'm at a conference where engineers discuss the bridge. Samuel's sketch is a centerpiece, its design praised. I see experts marveling at its foresight. The bridge, now a global icon, stands proud. I think of how a child's idea became a masterpiece. The river, bridged at last, feels like a friend. I feel the weight of Samuel's legacy. The sketch, once a doodle, is history. I picture the world, inspired by this story. The bridge connects past and future. I'm struck by its universal power. This is the magic of dreams. I'm on the bridge again, feeling its strength. The arches, born in 1844, are a testament to vision. I see people crossing, their lives made better. The sketch, now a treasure, tells a century story. I think of Samuel, John, Eliza, Thomas, all linked by this dream. The river flows, a witness to their triumph. I feel the bridge's legacy in every stone. The sketch is a spark that changed the world. I picture the future, inspired by this story. This bridge is proof of what's possible. I'm in awe of its journey. History lives here. I stand at the bridge's center, reflecting on its story. Samuel's sketch, drawn in 1844, took a century to become real. I see the arches, bold and beautiful, connecting lives. The river flows below, a symbol of time's passage. I think of the generations who carried this dream. The sketch, now eternal, inspires dreamers everywhere. I feel the weight of history, the power of an idea. The bridge is more than stone, it's hope. I picture Samuel, a boy with a vision. His legacy stands tall. I'm moved by this journey. This bridge is a miracle. Subscribe to my channel to explore more stories where dreams defy time.